It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy who brings you guys the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because I promise you, you don't want to miss anything that we have coming up. And with that being said, we have more Erika Jayne, Erika Girardi, Erika Chahoy drama, so let's jump right in. So guys, it seems that I guess the $16.5 million home that is now about to be a liquidated asset for the Girardis, the Pasadena mansion has been burglarized. Now, a lot of people are thinking or saying that this seems to be very odd timing for something like this to happen. However, people think that this was a sham. I mean, I hate to say it like that. I really do. But people think that this was a sham, a fraud, a floozy. And again, one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Erika's co-stars, Dorit Kemsley, actually spoke up and said, enough already. When does this go from reporting to actually full-on bullying? And I agree with that. However, there are many attorneys right now who are calling for that this burglary does not make sense and that this was convenient timing. And then there are other people who are like, well, maybe there was an outsider who's been following this case so closely that they knew that this was the time in order for them to strike and know that they can get into the house and get out with a clean break. I mean, there are so many speculations here, but at this point, we don't know. Again, like Dorit Kemsley said in a recent statement, she said pretty much innocent until proven guilty. And that's 100% the truth. You are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Even though the bloggers, the YouTubers, the Bravo superfans, everyone has their own kind of idea of what they think happened, you can't really roll with that. You have to understand that, listen, it could have been a variation of different things. And, you know, you can't just crucify somebody before the court has convicted them themselves. Now, mind you, that doesn't mean that I'm sticking up for anyone. And that means, guys, don't rip my head off in the comments below, because I know you guys will say, you're giving Erika Girardi too much, flack and leeway. And you're doing the same thing for her husband, Mr. Girardi. And they took money from widows and, orphans. And no, that's not true. I don't necessarily condone any of that. What I'm saying is, until we see exactly what came out on paper, facts, that's when I'll base my judgment. However, in the meantime, we can't just completely say, you did this and you did this and you did this, and then exhaust a person and then come to find out they didn't know anything that was going on. I know that you guys are going to say she knew what was going on, but again, innocent until proven guilty. We have to see what happens. Now, guys, if you've been following the case, you know that Ronald Richards, who is also an attorney, has been following the case very closely. He's been tweeting out everything that's been going on, and he just recently did a tweet, again, that Dorit Kemsley, who's a part of the cast of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, has recently responded to. And that tweet said, one of our best followers sent me this Instagram photo. Does anyone else know where this photo was taken? And it looks like Girardi's Pasadena home. Did Erika make a mistake here? Now, mind you, this is what Ronald Richards tweeted out, and again, he did get a response. I can 100% confirm that this was not at the Pasadena home, Dorit Kemsley went on to tweet back. Please give her a break already, innocent until proven guilty. This has moved on beyond reporting to full-on bullying. Now, Erika did respond to this and say thank you with a heart emoji, but at the same time, I have a feeling that Ronald Richards does not care what any of them have to say. I feel like he's going to move at the beat of his own drum, and he's going to consistently call things out as he sees them. Mind you, I had Emily D. Baker on my show because there's so much of this legal jargon that I don't necessarily understand and I can't keep up with. So I wanted her to come on and pretty much break down the different cases to us, let us know what exactly is going on and what the future may or may not be. Again, I didn't pass the bar exam. I don't have my law degree. So I'm not even going to sit here and claim like I know what's going on. I want to know what you guys think is going on. And I also want a professional to explain everything that they know that is going on. That way you guys can make the best predictions possible. With that being said, of course, we will steal Ronald Richards before we know it. We were supposed to have him back in December, but we didn't hit the nail on the head in time. So due to bad timing, it's okay. We'll end up making it work, and we can't wait to have him. Now, mind you guys, Ronald Richards wasn't done with these few tweets. He also came out on February 6th and said, many of you asked, how did the system let this happen? Well, for starters, Thomas Girardi, even today as we post, may still be taking money from clients and is legally allowed to get retainers. Well, Ronald Richards went on to pretty much let us know that he is still active with an active license, meaning he is still technically a lawyer. Even though he's under criminal investigation and he has all of these pending cases against him, he still is a lawyer and he can do everything that a lawyer can do, which is actually kind of mind-boggling at this point, especially with everything going on. You would think that there would have been some action taken against, I don't know. There's more. Ronald went on to say, even with the conservatorship approved and order, the licensing scheme does not seem to matter. Ronald Richards actually noted the fact that Mr. Girardi's brother, Robert Girardi, has, as his conservator, pretty much led him in the direction of not listing as an active or even resigning. And he finished off with, this is hard to imagine. So guys, mind you, there is so much going on right now with the Girardis and the legal cases that are taking place and kind of also coming out of the woodworks day by day. It seems like there are so many legal battles coming out, and people are even comparing Mr. Girardi to the Bernie Madoff story. People feel like there are going to be Netflix series, movies, shows, all kinds of different documentaries made about the scandal that's happening and currently taking place, but nobody knows about any of that. What we do know about is the fact that Mrs. Girardi, Erika, who will soon be divorced, will have to address and talk about her part in all of this on the newest season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, we don't necessarily know when that season's going to premiere, but what we do know is that that season is coming this spring. So everyone's curious. Will Erika be able to talk about what's coming up? Will she be able to talk about her part in the legal battles? Mind you, this isn't a divorce, so it's not like Elizabeth Lynn Vargas of The Real Housewives of Orange County, who can't talk about what exactly is happening with her finances and X, Y, and Z because they're getting a divorce and they have prenups. This is something, I think, a little bit bigger. This is more public. These are public people who are now going after her husband, who's an attorney, over millions and millions and millions of dollars. These cases are by no means private. And with that being said, I think that that makes all the difference in the world. Now, will that translate to national television when we watch the new season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Who knows? Should it? I think the Bravo fans would agree yes, especially if you're going to bring back on a housewife who we've all grown to love. But, you know, at this point, there are so many people who are watching her on our TVs, on our screens, who are saying, no, get her off the screen. We don't want to watch a housewife who used $30,000 to $40,000, $50,000 a month to get dressed in glam from blood money, money that was taken away and taken food out of the mouths of widows and orphans, and someone who has made this popular public persona based off of cash and this money that they've made off of the tragedies of others. Technically, I mean, if you think about it, Mr. Girardi representing cases with earthquake accidents, boating accidents, plane crash accidents, fire accidents. I mean, these were all major tragedies where people were either killed or burned or severely injured. So I think that a lot of people find it to be insincere, the fact that Mr. Girardi's wife, Erika, has made this whole persona and public figure based off of the wealth that they've accumulated off of these tragedies. And not just off of these tragedies, but if it is all true, Mr. Girardi allegedly embezzled millions of dollars, and that's going to be addressed too. That's another reason that people wouldn't want to watch Miss Girardi on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And if we do get her, I think that this would be a wrap-up season. However, Bravo has made some very questionable casting judgments here recently as far as Real Housewives of Potomac. We're waiting to find out what happens with Real Housewives of Orange County. Whether or not if the Bravo superfans boycotting Kelly Dodd will actually initiate the removal of Kelly Dodd from the franchise, and also if Bronwyn Wyndham Burke will be removed for allegedly soliciting an illegal substance to a minor. being Shannon Bedore's 14-year-old, well, at the time, 14-year-old daughter. There are so many questions when it comes to Bravo and what should make the cut and what shouldn't make the cut. But, you know, the super fans and Bravo fans, Bravo lovers everywhere are going to want to know. They're going to want answers, and we're going to have to give those to them. My biggest question for you is whether or not you think that we will get Erika Girardi for another season. Do you think this will be her kind of final wrap-up season, or do you think that there's more to come from her and we'll just have to wait and see? I can't wait to hear what you guys say. I always read the comments below. I love listening to your tidbits and your input and what you have out there to throw at me. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And mind you, you also don't want to have a full season. I mean, you could, I'm not sure, but do you want a full season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills just concerning Kathy Hilton and her sister Kyle? I mean, them having some sort of sister makeup bonding situation, especially after Kyle went after Kim Richards for so many years? Or do you want real raw drama that's playing out publicly in front of our eyes? I mean, that's the biggest question here. Do we want Lisa Rinna and all of the women going after Garcelle because she took Denise's side last year? Or do we really want to know what actually went on with Lisa Rinna's husband? As Kim Richards says, let's talk about the husbands. Do we care anything about that's going on behind Dorit's Glam Squad and The Perfect Life, or not The Perfect Life, of Dorit Kemsley? I'm not sure if you guys are all about Sutton Stracke's store opening. And I really don't know if you guys are going to care about the newbie, Crystal, until you guys get to know her. It seems like this will be our main story of the season. Now, we did have Puppygate. That was one season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And then we had the Threesome Gate. That was our last season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So maybe this is just the other gate. We'll have to wait and see. Again, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching Up and Adam.